we played a Battle of the Bands at Monaco, and I'm not sure remember the year. I was 18. I was still in high school. And we were we're always the oddball band out. Because we have metal riff, we have kind of metal inspired lead guitar, but there's an acoustic guitar, and it's all weird and whatever it is. So we played our set, and we played Dear Alyssa, which is one of the songs on the EP, which is the song I was most determined to get a really good recording of, and I think Danny was too. And it's a song that's most important to me personally in terms of anxiety and OCD. And we played, and afterwards, people came up in tears, and we talked about that song. And then we won, which was insane for us. Because for so long, it had been for me, it had been oh, you're a great writer, but you shouldn't, music is just a hobby. You just fuck around on guitar in your bedroom for fun. You should stick to writing and all that. And it was just this huge kind of validation. I'd have all these local bands who are you guys win. And, one of the judges was a rep from Merge Records, and I was just it was a very surreal moment. Because I remember the guy, the announcer guy got up on stage, and he gave me this weird look, and he was is he gonna say our name? And then he's and the winner is the Arcadian Project, and we were both just standing there for a second, and it was a child, all the money was going to Habitat for Humanity. It was an all ages venue, so it was strict no swearing, and I just there was silence for a second. I just went holy shit. And then I just remember sitting in the car, and we were both just sitting there in my car, and we won, just in shock. The other favorite Arcadian Project moment is when I came back from my freshman year of college. We did a show a few weeks after at the Tavern in Durham with a bunch of other bands, and it was a pretty small. It wasn't a huge crowd or anything. But we went into Dear Alyssa at the end of the set, like we usually do, and we went into the chorus, and I was singing, and I heard this weird echo on my vocals. I was oh, that's really weird. I did the sound guy throw something on there, and I realized that the crowd was singing it back at me, and I was just in such shock. I was words I wrote. How do you know these words? And now that happens a lot at shows. People actively sing that chorus to the point where it's been as loud as my vocals, and that the first time that happened, I think I was actually I was very, very nearly in tears, because that was just such an incredible moment for me as a songwriter and as a musician, to have people singing back my song audibly over all the music. As for me and Dan, I know there are a lot of insane moments. Falling down the stairs once when we were trying to be really quiet in my parents' house. It's hard to narrow down. We did a show, and there's this weird deer head in the back of the room. It was just something you put on a plaque over your mantelpiece. Mm-hmm. But it was the backstage room, and there was only one plug. It was right behind the deer head, so you had to reach over the deer head between its antlers to plug in your phone.
Where was that at? What venue was that?
It was 54 West.
Okay.
And now it's changed again. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called now. It's in Chapel Hill, I think. But the guy who owns it, Bill West, has always been really good to us. So shout out to that dude. And just a bunch of crazy random moments. Yeah, I know, he's my brother. He's my best friend.
Aww.
I couldn't do any of this without him. I remember we on the day the day before I left for college, we played, but for the first time, we played a show, and then we decided that we were gonna watch the sunset with Squidward, because there's that SpongeBob episode where they think SpongeBob's gonna die, and like the last thing he wants to do is watch the sunset with Squidward. So we sat like in the middle of downtown Durham with this picture of Squidward, and
That's
like
awesome.
all these kids who were just gone on campus were like walking by, like trying to be really cool, and there were these two like weird ass kids like covered in sweat from a show, holding up this picture of Squidward, like looking really sad.
Oh, wait, how old were you when that happened?
I was 18.
How old were you when you guys started the band?
17, I think.
Is that when you first started playing music, or did you guys play music beforehand?
We played music beforehand. There were some god awful recordings in some long forgotten corners of the internet. That's will never be mentioned.
Oh,
I started playing guitar. Like I'd always play. We were in a band as like really little kids, when none of us could even like at all play an instrument. And then Danley was playing, like started playing. Danley was playing in a school band, and then he started playing bass, and I started playing electric guitar the summer before I went to high school. And then very quickly we formed a band, and it was awful, but it was fun. And we formed another band later that was mildly less awful, and still very fun. And then the Arcadian project came about.
so your major projects so far have just been Droop and the Arcadian project, and then a couple of high school bands?
Yeah, I wouldn't. The other two bands were the Combine, which was the thing in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is what the narrator envisions. It's like the machine that's governing the world. And the other one was Pancakes and Poltergeists. And those are terrible. But the main projects have been Arcadian Project and Droop.
What's